in this numerical, in a mass spectrometer used for measuring mass of ions, the ions are initially accelerated by an electrical potential V. See, the ions is, this ion is a charge, it is accelerated by a potential difference of capital V. It means its kinetic energy is equal to Q into V. Also kinetic energy is equal to half m v square, velocity square. So since it is moving in semicircular path, whether it is semicircular path or circular path, it means its centripetal force, that is centripetal force mv square bar is balanced by the magnetic force QVB. Sin theta, theta is equal to 90 degree. For a particle to move in a circular path, the magnetic field and the velocity be at 90 degree, therefore sin 90 is equal to 1. So we can find out R. What is R? R value is equal to this and this we can cancel. R is equal to m into velocity divided by Q into B. This is, and what about the angular frequency? The angular frequency. Angular frequency is omega. So linear frequency is equal to radius into omega. Therefore we can write angular frequency is equal to V divided by R. V divided by R. Where V divided by R, what is the value of R? The value of R is equal to V divided by R is equal to M into V into Q by B. For R we substitute this value M. So angular velocity mv by v, so this and this get cancels. Angular frequency is equal to qb by m. This is the expression for angular frequency, and divide by 2 pi, we will get the time period. Okay, now kinetic energy is also is equal to q into v is equal to half m v square. Kinetic energy also is equal to half m into v square r. We take this expression half into m into v square, which is equal to half into m. What is v? V is equal to r omega, that is r into omega square, which is equal to half into m into r square omega square. This is the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of m omega into r square, which is equal to r square m half into half into m. R, what is the value of r? R value of r is equal to q square r square. So we have to substitute the value of r. Omega, what is the value of omega? R square, also we will substitute r square and omega square. Omega square is equal to, this is omega, q square b square by m square. So we can cancel this and this. Therefore kinetic energy is equal to r square q square b square equal to r square q square b square divided by m into 2m. This is the expression for the kinetic energy, half into r square b square, which is also is equal to q into v. Because we have to find out q by the ratio of q by m, so we need q by m. So here it is, this from this and this we can cancel. Therefore q by m is equal to 2m. Q by m is equal to 2. Q by m is equal to 2. Q by m 2 into v. Velocity 2 into v. As it is, we have taken 2 into v divided by r square into b square. And since we know this, see the radius of what is this proportional? This the ratio of Q by M. Ratio of Q by M. So is equal to Q by M. This we can write is equal to 2 into velocity divided by B square into 1 by R square. Since the velocity, see here it is given the potential. See here it is potential. This is potential difference. Potential difference. Potential difference. Q by M is equal to Q R by is equal to Q into V, potential difference. So V by M, so this is V and B are kept constant. This is kept constant, this is kept constant as it is, this is a constant. So Q by V is equal to a constant, where constant into 1 by R square, because you can see that is 2 comma the potential difference and B are constant. Constant it is given. Constant. So this can be taken, this is equal to constant, or charge to the mass. Charge to the mass is proportional to 1 by radius square. This is the answer. 1 by R square is the answer. Therefore, the constant, the ratio of the charge of the ion and of the mass of the ion will be proportional to 1 by R square. Added one more question which is asked in NEET 2009. When a particle is undergoing a circular path, on what factor it does not, the time period of the particle rotating in circle, on what factor it does not depend. On what factor the time period is independent when charged particles move in a circular path with velocity v and magnetic field B. See, as it is when it is moving in circular path, same, the centripetal force mv square by r is balanced by the magnetic force. So we can cancel this and this. So what is the R? R is equal to mv by q into b. So this is the radius and time period. Time period, see, since velocity is equal to displacement by time, or time is equal to displacement by velocity, where displacement in a circular path, the displacement, that is when a particle is undergoing a circular path, its displacement is equal to circumference, which is equal to 2 pi into r, where this is the r of the radius, displacement. So time period is equal to displacement by velocity is equal to displacement is equal to 2 pi into r divided by its velocity v. Our time period is equal to 2 pi by v into r. R is equal to m into v divided by qb. The time period. Time period, so we can cancel out this one. It doesn't, velocity factor is not there. Therefore, time period is equal to 2 pi m divided by b. It means the time period does not depends upon the velocity as velocity. It does not depends upon the velocity of the particle and the radius of the circular orbiter. It does not depends upon velocity and its radius. It does not. It depends upon only on the mass of the particle, charge of the particle, and magnetic field, magnitude of the magnetic field, time period. And if you take 1 by time period is equal to its frequency, which is equal to qb by 2 pi m. This formula will come handy for the cyclotron. Time period also we can find out. Angular frequency also we can find out. Angular frequency is what? Angular frequency is equal to 2 pi into linear frequency. 2 pi cancels is equal to 2 pi into linear frequency is equal to qb by 2 pi m. So this we can cancel is equal to qb by m. This is the angular frequency. We can find out just with this equation. We can get everything. This is very important. Equation is also used in cyclotron. We will do so many numericals and so many theory. From this theory we will be able to do so many numericals which appeared in NEET as well as board and JEE.